Hello, traders, and welcome to TradingWithBill.com. I'm Bill. We're still in Thailand, and it's a beautiful morning, blue skies, and hot. Yeah, we're in the cooking mode here in Thailand. It is definitely summertime, and we'll do this about till August 1st of September. Then it'll cool off a little bit. We'll get into rainy season. Things will be a little bit easier, but right now it is really, really warm in the daytime now. All right, good to be with you on a wow. It's Wednesday already. I'm Thursday already. Sorry, it's Thursday already, and we are just kicking it out. It is currently 7:25 a.m. in the morning. It'll be 20:25 on Wall Street on a Wednesday night. So, what's going on? I am not getting entries. These sell-offs are just continuing to sell off, and I'm not seeing a lot of entries. I did not get any entries yesterday, and I didn't get an entry the day before, and that's not like me. Anyhow, it is what it is. We're going to move on. Let's get over to, we got some data today, which hopefully will help us out a little bit. Aussie in about, 64 minutes from now, is going to have some export price index coming out. Then we don't have anything else in Asia. Then we get into the European session. We got Great British Pounds gross mortgage approvals. Wow, I thought we did have, oh, there we go. We got some Euro stuff. Deposit facility rate comes out of the Euro. Also, ECB, somebody lending facility. Marginal lending facility. ECB interest rate decision. We're not expecting any changes there. In the U.S., we got cap goods, ship, non-defense. Wow, I never heard that before. Okay. Core durable goods out of the States. That'll be a mover and a shaker. Month on month for March, and then we go down to good trades balance, initial jobless claims, ECB press conference. Before it was really a mover. It was definitely a thing we wanted to watch, but lately it really hasn't done anything. But we'll see if it moves the markets a little bit. I'm sure not listening to it. You know me. I'm not going to listen to it. Who cares, right? You know me. I'm not into the listening to these people speak. Early tomorrow in Asia, we have trade balance out of New Zealand. And we also have job applications out of Japan. So that's it for that. That's what's going on. Let's get to the charts. The charts. So I was talking about sell-offs and things that are going on with sell-offs. And here you take a look. Just look at the movement and the angle and separation between the exponential moving averages. They are huge, my friends. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm saying to myself, well, you know what? Let this pull back. And let this pull back healthy, right? Let this pull back a good deal. And I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell that right there. Right? 91.50, right? 91.50. 70 pips away. And I'm not against, by the way, taking this to the upside and counter trend trading it. But you look at this chart, it's obviously in a bearish trend. So I'm thinking, let's just come back up to the 200 and do that. Now, there's a possibility you'll get to 91.10, and you might be able to sell it from the 55. But the problem is you're going to get back into 90.80 and you're going to have a problem, right? So you're only going to get like 30 pips depending on where you get in. But you know what? For an intraday trade, maybe a couple of hours, that might not be a bad idea, right? Maybe we can take that. So, you can think about maybe entering a position at that 55 exponential moving average. That's not my choice. I'd much rather wait for this 200 to do something. And we know that New Zealand is pretty much weak also. And the CAD, I would think, compared to the New Zealand, is due to the oil situation. Not that way with the dollar pairs, but I think the New Zealand is weak in general, and I think it's been that way for a very long time. Very, very long time. So let's take a look at another one that's just really sold off, and that's our good old friend, the euro. I mean, look at this. This was a plan we had before, right, to sell this here. Was that on Monday, right? We talked about this on Monday because we haven't talked about the euro since then. And this thing is just really sold off really nice, right? We put this level in here to sell off, and it just did it. Gave us that. Remember, we saw that retest of the 55, and there it went. We talked about it, and it just continued. Left the dock. The ship left the dock without us. Well, without me. And the thing with that trade is you had to be on it, right? You had to be on it really quick, or you had to wait for this area at the 2300 level where we would expect to bounce. It didn't really bounce, jerked around a little bit, and then just continued. You know, here's a little fib here, right? I'm a fib nut, Fibonacci nut. And right, here's a little fib here. Take a look at this. So this is the move here, right? Boom, right. This comes out to the 3.8 Fibonacci level, 3.82 Fibonacci level right here, and just continues the down move there. So that was your second entry there, right? But you wouldn't have known that, right? Because really, to be honest, you would have only seen this, right? And if you would have just fibbed this when this started to go sideways, right, you would see this actually pulled back to the 382, and you could have taken it from there. You wouldn't have seen this down move, but you would have seen this, because I'm talking about this when it's sideways action, and then it just took a dump to the downside. Man, place fibs everywhere on your charts, folks. Just place fibs everywhere. You just can't go wrong, right? So if you would have fibbed that little swing, you would have seen it was at the 23.6 Fibonacci level, which most people don't really pay attention to, but it's very powerful, and people do look at it because we do get moves from the 23.6 Fibonacci level. So keep an eye on that, in your trading. All right, so this just went down. Now, what are you going to do now, right? Well, this is just on a rampage to the downside. And again, I'm looking for resistance areas. Where's my next resistance area? It's at 200. I'm not going to do anything with this euro until it goes back up to the 200. And this is void. All right, we're going to take that out of there. We don't need it no more. So, we can do something like that. If we take a look at the Great British Pound, same thing here. This is a fib from before. We can get rid of that. So here we are with the pound. Now, the euro, I like a little bit better. Now this little bad boy, this isn't a bad move here, right? This gets above the 55. We'll take it to the upside. The history on this chart of the 200 is it did respect the 200 here. But really, I don't want to go from, what is that, 38.90, 38.80. You might be able to get to 40, 1.40, and take some profits. But really, you'd want to see this thing just elevate to here, right? You'd want to see this come up to this level up here and grab some really nice profits on this. Like you just gotta whirl with it. And then of course if it comes up here, we're gonna sell it again. Do I think the pound's gonna get up there? No. I don't think the pound's gonna get up there. I think you're better off with a counter trend trade and just trade this to the upside. Don't worry about selling it right now. We need an entry to sell it, and we're not even close to an entry to sell it. Even if it broke this down here, this line down here, I wouldn't sell it there. In fact, that can actually come off because I'm not going to touch that, right? Like this needs to give us an aggressive pullback. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Yeah, so we looked at this yesterday and we put this level in here to sell it. Well, now we're basically at our place of sell. But I'm not selling it here. Why am I not selling it here? Well, I got the 200 exponential moving average. So I'm just going to wait a little bit longer, and I'm going to sell it here. And we talked about this, right? Wide open space. There's no junk left to the chart. There's no price action left to the chart, right? we get below this 200 exponential moving average on this Euro Aussie, this is sweet, my friends. You know, I talked about this Euro Aussie that when it gets in a move, right, and it gets in that up move, it stays there. And now it's making it saying, okay, time to go down, and now it'll get down there. And I really think, you know, there's probably an 8 out of 10 shot that this thing's going to get below the 200, and we will get this trade. Will it be today? I don't know. Do I want to take it on a Friday? Probably not. That's not my style. But I'll tell you what, Monday morning, I'll be all over this. Now, if this does get below the 200, and I'm in profit by New York lunch, because that's usually the end of my trading day, which is about 11 o'clock at night for me, 10 o'clock at night for me. So if I can get a trade in like London open, London lunch, I'll stay in it. If I'm in profit, I'll just make sure I'm break even. Then I will leave it over the weekend, right? But I think we're okay. I think we're going to be all right. I think there's not a bad trade setup on the Euro Aussie. Let's take a look at one more before we go, and let's just take a look at the Euro Yen. Here's our Euro Yen, still ugly. We talked about this yesterday. Nothing to do here. I agree still with this entry up here. We need to wait till this gets back up to a resistance level where we can take care of this. Other than that, really, folks, I am not really interested at all. Just leave this thing alone. Let it do what it wants to do, but there's definitely no trade set up there. Traders, thank you so much for being with me on this Thursday. It's time for the ugly and the pretty. And we'll take a look at the dollar index. Not bad, not bad. It's wiggling its way up there. It's above 91. Wow, I was close. You remember I said I wanted this at 91.50. I got close. So who knows? Maybe by the end of Friday we'll be there. At least 91.25. I like it, and that's why all these dollar pairs are strong. The dollar's strong, folks. The dollar's strong. Why is it selling off all over the place? Why is the dollar strong? The dollar index. The dollar is strong. Traders, thank you so much for being with me on this Thursday. Always remember to trade smart, not hard. Remember, I do not do a video on Friday, so we'll see you on Monday morning in Asia. Take care, my friends. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye now.